Hello everyone, this is module 6 of capital investment. In this module we are covering risks in capital budgeting. This is third lecture of this module. In this lecture we will cover international risk considerations for capital budgeting projects. We know that firms which are involved in international business, they need to deal with exchange rate risks. This is due to exchange rates fluctuates over the time, and the change in exchange rate can also bring change in the project's cash inflows and outflows, which could reduce NPV of a project's cash flows. In the short term, much of the international risk can be minimized through hedging and through the use of financial instruments, risk management instruments like foreign currency futures, options like call option, put option, and so on. In long term, exchange rate of a project can be minimized if the project is completely or partially, at least partially, financed by the local currency. So if you want to minimize the risks of an international project in the long run, you should try to finance your project with the local currency. Now there are also political risks involved, are political risks in case of international risk consideration. Political risk is much harder to predict against once a project is implemented. Say for example, it is much riskier to uh, do a business in Zimbabwe because political risk over there is higher. Same is true for Afghanistan or countries like Pakistan, because we know that there is a political risk. In the meantime, terrorism problem is comparatively higher over there. So doing business in countries like Afghanistan, Zimbabwe, or even Pakistan is comparatively riskier than other countries like India or Bangladesh. Then there is also a chance in case of foreign investment that a foreign government can block the transfer of profit to the home country, or the foreign government can also seize the firm's assets. So if there is any possibilities that foreign government might block the transfer of profit to the home country, or foreign government might seize the firm assets, that's a foreign risk, international risk for the business. And finally, accounting for these risks can be accomplished by adjusting the rate used to discount cash flows, or better by adjusting the project's cash flows. So if we do your business in countries like Afghanistan, or where there is a lot of war over there, or countries which is not politically stable, your discount rate for your project's cash flows should be higher than the discount rate of your project's cash flows which are operated in India or in Bangladesh. Nowadays, a great deal of cross-border trade among multinational corporations takes place between subsidiaries of the multinational corporations. So it is also important to determine the net incremental impact of project's cash flows overall. As a result, it is also important to approach international capital projects from a strategic viewpoint instead of from a strictly financial perspective. So international projects should be viewed strategically than financially. So focus should be more on a strategic viewpoint than financial viewpoint. That's all about this lecture. In your next lecture, we'll cover risk adjusted discount rates and its impact on capital budgeting projects.